What are you doing now? Alright, kids, off the ice bar. Get off now. Get off it. I don't want it no more. Come on.
Hold on.
I don't want it anymore. Knock it off. Get it off. Take it off. Watch the TV. Watch the video. Watch the movie. Off that clock.
Come on, will ya?
Right? I want it off. Well, I don't want to get fighting here. If that's going to happen, someone off.
Finally. Jesus.
What's up with it now? Is it acting up again? Darren,
It's really weird.
is it acting up again?
Okay. No, it won't. I wonder why.
It needs to be turned off.
But there's not on.
Drake?
Oh, there it is. Duh.
Sorry, Darren, we can't have my hot self. Darren, what's going on with it?
It's Squidward. Aren't you supposed to be out front? I wanted to help you work. What? Oh, that's silly talk, Squidward. I'm Chief Fry Cook, and Chief Fry
Darren.
work alone. And, we're not supposed to get distracted while we're cooking, Squidward. Mr. Squidward!
Darren, what is it?
Stop distracting SpongeBob and service the customers. We're way today. Everything A-okay here? What do you mean? How should be? Anyone need tartar sauce? I have an idea. How about a free
Darren.
badge in your crew hat for the little time?
Drake!
Who
Darren.
wants a free refill? So what you say?
Darren.
What's the problem here?
Darren.
I wanted
You stuck him in
tartar sauce,
here.
and then he gave me a free hat.
Darren.
Mr. Squidward! Yes, sir! Listen up!
Darren.
Customers come here for cheap food
What's going
and
on
verbal
with it?
abuse. And if you can't get it right, get back in the kitchen with SpongeBob.
Darren. Darren.
Squidward, what are you doing? Mr. Krabs told me
Darren.
about you, so I made Krabby Patty. See?
Darren.
Besides, it takes years of practice. You'd never be up to it. SpongeBob, what are you doing with those patties?
Darren.
These are no good, Mr. Krabs. Squidward made them. They look okay to me. But he's not a real fry cook. He is now.
Darren.
Give me and put him to work. You know, he might be as good a fry cook as you.
Darren.
Wow,
Darren.
SpongeBob, you've been employee of the month a gazillion times. I wish I could be employee of the month. Actually, Squidward, point of fact, I have been employee of the month a
Darren.
gazillion 6 times. Keep dreaming. SpongeBob, need none of this.
What's wrong with it?
A smiley face with dimples.
Darren.
Mr. Squidward, I have one thing to say to you, mister. Oh, I just love the little ketchup dimples you do. I mean, you employee of the month. Special delivery for this month's employee of the month. I wonder who it could be.
Darren.
But no. No, really, who is it? I don't know.
Darren.
You're looking for is over there.
Darren. Darren.
I want you to pull yourself together, okay? And then I want you to...
Darren.
Don't be so Squidward!
Darren.
Thanks,
Darren.
SpongeBob! Party Marios!
Darren. Darren.
Join the party, SpongeBob! How's that
Darren.
dance, SpongeBob?
It's okay, Squidward. It's very okay, too.
Darren.
I love being employee of the month.
So what if new Squidward is a better cook than you? Doesn't matter. And so what if Squidward replaced you as employee of the month? And so what if new Squidward is Coco dancing with your best friend?
Darren.
Best friend!
Darren. Darren. Darren.
Maybe you can take my job, and maybe you can take
Darren.
my place on the employee of the month Hall of Fame, but nobody, and I mean nobody, also dancing with this guy, but me! Now do yourself a big fat favor and get out, bug!
Darren.
You know, Patrick, maybe I was a little hard on new Squidward. I mean, he might be a good fry cook, and he might have his picture on the wall, but I still have the best
Darren.
friend in the world. I know. I'll go apologize. Come on. Squidward, I just want to say I'm sorry for being so selfish. Really, you know.
Darren.
Who cares about cooking?
Hey. Darren.
What? Come on.
What's going on with it?
There we go. Finally. Thank
What was
you.
going on with it? Did it
I
froze
know.
or something?
Still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to you right now. Can you hear me? Darren. Can you hear me? Darren.
You can get back on now. I was just waiting for the thing to get on screen share. It's like a screen share.
Can you hear it?
What?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I love you.
Did you mute yourself?
I don't know what happened. I know
Was
I
that
didn't.
Was that what happened?
No, it didn't, because it would have said it, and it wasn't. So, I
That
don't
was
know.
weird.
Yeah. I love you.
Love you too.
So, what are you going to do later then?
Well, this is the later stream because the other one messed up.
I'm talking about later, though. What are you going to do later, dude?
Probably just watch TV or something.
So, we're not going to stream later then?
This is the later one. We'll probably do this until I don't know, it's 7:30, and then
What time?
we'll probably do this until like 7:30, and then I'll get off.
Okay.
You know,
Are you
I'm gonna
mad?
get it. No, I'm gonna get a glass of water. I'll be right back. I mean, a glass of something. I'll be right back. I'm thirsty. I'm not upset with you.
Now, why does it feel like you're pushing away from me?
I'm more upset with myself more than anything.
Why? I forgive you.
I'll be right back. Okay. Grandpa's not around, so I can't ask.
Oh. You're not pushing away from me, are you?
No, I'm not.
We want to talk to you about our brother, attorney Richard Bernstein. Richard's blind, but his disability has never slowed.
See, I want to leave while the battle begins. Because we both know in the end which of these captains gonna win. I saw you how a real explorer handles a situation. I'll beat you so bad that feel it in the next generation. So bring it on, I'm looking like a Klingon. My rhymes will burrow in your ears like a rat. I got a neck to push back up with my sword. Check into a price line, who's had what you find that's on board. Enterprise, you got the game. I hear you, Riverside Iowa, planet. I hear you, go to some explorer, just not having a you. Something to work with, all great in habit. Why don't you boldly go someplace you've never gone before, like either? Any destination you actually set out for you, like any either. I'll just spice back during Halloween, chilling in my spaceship. Have fun for me. You know, I think it's not even a fun. It's like somebody setting your brains on stuff. This is fun. Bring me back to 1492 so I can beat this man like it's my job. Look, see how Isabella likes my capital. Oh, it's Kobayashi. There's no way. Wait, when you're she's doing it. She'll be like that. It's just a couple. This much you wait, making bitch now. Sector Genocide Labs. Oh, I agree. Nice, Peter! Watch it! This is one big kid that you won't ever survive. I'll beat you just like you can unsubscribe. You'll be good at rapping someday, I promise, bro. But without the script to edit that gay-ass Monday show, I'll slaughter your watercolor unicorns eating for breakfast. Then link to YouTube. Your middle name is Alexis. I can tell you're scared just from the body language I'm reading. You should start leaving. Look, your hairline's not ready for treating. Nice to meet you. That. No one gives two shits. Everyone knows your page is just the place to drop out of live. Do you really use on YouTube? You got a great career. Remember, you got famous off of my ideas. That's what your ideas start with. That's no lie. But I'm the one who had the brains to let a midget play the pet.
Oh my god. They're rapping against each other now. Will you stop doing this, you stupid...
Hey guys, look at you! Let me just tell you what I see. You're a short little sidekick. I call you mini-me. I do a mustache on your face and you played a mean Hitler. Take a mustache away, you look more like Fat Hitler. You big tooth, choppy face, horse-looking prick. You and Bill O'Reilly can both suck my dick. You're taller than I am, but you look up to me. The guy who got you your first job in comedy. I wrote your best verses for you. Let you scream on the chorus. You got as much music talent as Chuck fucking Norris. Nice, Peter! Watch it! This is one big kid that you won't ever survive. I'll beat you just like you can unsubscribe. You'll be good at rapping someday, I promise, bro. But without the script to edit that gay-ass Monday show, I'll slaughter your watercolor unicorns eating for breakfast. Then link to YouTube. Your middle name is Alexis. I can tell you're scared just from the body language I'm reading. You should start leaving. Look, your hairline's not ready for treating. Nice to meet you. That. No one gives two shits. Everyone knows your page is just a place to rap out of live. Do you really use your YouTube? You got a great career. Remember, you got famous off of my ideas. That's what your ideas start with. That's no lie. But I'm the one who had the brains to let a midget play the bad guy. Look at you. Let me just tell you what I see. You're a short little sidekick. I call you mini-me. I do a mustache on your face and you played a mean Hitler. Take a mustache away, you look more like Fat Hitler. You big tooth, choppy face, horse-looking prick. You and Bill O'Reilly can both suck my dick. You're taller than I am, but you look up to me. The guy who got you your first job in comedy. I wrote your best verses for you. Let you scream on the chorus. You got as much music talent as Chuck fucking Norris. You, a musician? That's kind of stretching. You're on 87 songs with the same chord progression. You look like a thug. Where'd you even come from? It's like a battle rapping, a fat version of God. I'm gonna knock you right out of your little Superman socks. You were nothing before you rolled up on Castle G's jock. Man, you don't even have to say that kind of shit. Fuck the rap battles and you. I quit. Yes. We can stop this not the man check with the awful animation and the complicated plot. We got the rap bombs and drop on Japan. This looks like a job for the OG. I'm villainous the vegetable who dance around in hammer pants behind the tiny channel. My level is incredible. I'm out of your league. Your justice, I'm busted. What do you cheat? Precies, the MC from DC. What's the feature? Whole measly species. You live in London, you live in the village of pity. You step in the trouble, it's so sad I haven't period. How many times are they gonna rewrite your story? Your power's not been born since the 1940s. To beat me would keep me crazy. Cause I'm a super saiyan, you're applying this stage. You pretty crazy, empowered by the sun. Can't plug the sun, who I got, can't get it done. When I see a movie, all I do is watch the clock. But there's nothing fun about a superhero scared of green rocks. Look at the city, look at that green wall. I'm more than a planet, it's over, man. That's how your weapon is bigger than your feisty. Just one punch. And oh, did I know that's great? I'll make your nose bleed like roaches different day. From C to T, you can type it Paul T. Don't lecture me about fights, you can't cover. You got your ass beat by a bat with no power. There's only one way that the fight. T, you can type it Paul T. Don't lecture me about. I know that's right. I'll make your nose bleed like roaches different day. From C to T, you can type it Paul. Your weapon is bigger than your feisty. Just one pump. This crazy, pretty crazy, powered by the sun. Can't you?
I got the wrong YouTube channel for that one.
That's alright.
Nope.
Pause that for a few minutes.
What?
You going tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Sunday.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks for reminding me.
Looks like a job for the OG. Villainous dimensional. Who dance around an hammer hand and hide your tiny tail. My level is incredible. I'm not to your league. Justice of justice. What you change? Free things like MC from DC. What rest of beats your whole means they station. You must have been living and you live in a village of pity. You're stuck in the trouble. It's so sad I have a period. How many times are they gonna rewrite your story? Your powers have been born since the 19th fucking Christ! Because I'm a super saiyan, you're applying this stage. They treat me see powered by the sun. Can't plug the sun. Goku, I got it, can't get it done. When I see a movie, all I do is watch the clock. Nothing fun about it. Superhero scared of being rocked. Look at the city. Oh, got the cable. Oh, got the plane. It's coming out. Oh, nothing is bigger than your feisty. That's what fun. And over to I down that train. I'll make your nose bleed like Roshi different petty. From C to T, you can type it call P. Don't lecture me about whites, you can't cover. You got your ass beat by a bat with no power. There's only one way that this battle's gonna end. One more Superman who's never gonna walk again. Oh, no! Who's that? You're
I want to see the behind the scenes real quick, so hold up.
Two days worth of dreams would come together. The cheesy quesadilla wrapped around the burrito, the case with milk from Taco Bell.
We've always wanted to do Red Hell Ray. We got him to play Boba Fett.
Hey, we Boba Fett, you're a massive beat up of a ball, taking off like Boba
We wanted to do notes. We were like, boo, 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 Goku!
Your powers have been born since the 19th fucking morning!
Just like a ball of energy. And then that ball of energy would explode and would reveal Super Saiyan dude like this.
Defeat me to eat beats, you're crazy!
Did you put these holes in here?
Yeah, scissors and then the lighter.
While I was wearing them.
Yeah, you're fine. He was such a good sport.
Boy's costume. They were worried because the neck kept riding down too low. So I found this amazing way. I got this humongous bra, almost fits over my head, and I just cut off the strap part and I sewed it on the back of my costume. Where?
Look at this guy.
Oh my god.
Look at that. You're right. I know, right? You're right, one.
They say I'm crazy. They say I'm clinically insane. They say I got earwigs living in my brain. They say I'm paranoid, schizophrenic. I was sitting there waiting a minute. Somebody should send me to the moon and stick me in it.
Free things like MC from DC! Hey, you two stop horsing around. There are rules to be obeyed.
That was awesome.
I can fucking go so much faster than you.
And a lot of comparisons from Superman. In fact, we might have all the useless sidekicks played by me. The fight sequence, Lloyd storyboard at the set last minute. It's all here. You can see that this frame is going to be in the video.
You got your ass beat by a bat, no power. There's only one way that the battle's gonna end. One more Superman who's never gonna walk again. cheese. Villainous professional who dance around an arrowhead behind a tiny town. My level is incredible. I'm out of your league. Justice, a justice, love for your cheese. Crazy, the MC from DC. What rest of peace, your whole measly station. You live in a village of pity. You step in the trouble, it's a fair have experience. How many times are they gonna rewrite your story? Your powers have been born since the 1940s. You're crazy, cause I'm a super fan. You're applying this stage. You drink by the sun, can't plug the sun.
Sorry. They couldn't get the thing to stop for a second. Okay. So. Oh. Idiot. I didn't mean for that to happen. Okay. Okay. Let me do season 2.
Are you? Someone who knows you, bitch. Now stand up and ride. I only thought you out so I could beat your ass a second time. Go on like the vodka, a boy, some pizza. I'm on the leader of your list, get the platform. I strike back hard against a Yahtzee. Brain toss your ass in the air. Yahtzee, ask Indiana Jones who the fuck I am. I've been safe since so long kids I break your concentration camp. I'm a certified Sid Morgan, but so suck on me. These robot nuts, I'm gonna enjoy watching you die. So let me do it. Trust me, I'm willing to be paid. You need a vacation, take a trip on my train. I need you to get out of your way. Disgraceful, when your life skills stand on to the operation. You got one that's right into the game into the haze. Now you're 6 days in blind with cats in the day. Lightsaber, you need a lightsaber. Use some of your forces. It's your fucking best brain. You think your power is so big in it? You couldn't even get your own science to the family. Everything you do is an epic. Take that! What's the matter? Where is the teacher? Why are you laughing?
Because you're standing over the rainbow ahead.
Hey, yo! Hold down! Hold the
I'm gonna do this behind the scenes thing real quick. Okay?
So underneath the Darth Vader costume, there's another Darth Vader costume. That's hoodie, turtleneck, dicky, and underneath the dicky is a t-shirt. Under that is my naked body.
Come on, will you stop, you idiot.
So underneath the Darth Vader costume, there's another Darth Vader costume. That's hoodie, turtleneck, dicky, and underneath the dicky is a t-shirt. And under that is my naked body.
They go all out for these rap battles. Man.
Yeah.
Well, set. And you find my face, and you pull on your face. She picks you up and she's cradling you up. And you're like, oh. I'm gonna take my arm off your back to go today. And then we'll switch to be Darth Vader.
Someone who knows you, bitch. Now stand up and ride. I only thought you out so I could beat your ass a second time.
Have you heard my new favorite indie rock band, Peter?
No.
Death Camp for Cutie?
No.
I'll leave you.
1983 Bears versus the Nazi regime. No, Bears. Not Bears.
This is awesome.
Oh, you're the ball guy from the X-Files.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
No, not alien. You're
Oh,
oh,
Picard.
no.
Picard.
Yeah, do that Klingon move.
Yeah, Star Trek.
You guys got the new Modern Warfare?
No.
Okay. Let me do Civilization 5 so they don't get bored.
Yeah.
Right. We could do these when I can you, okay?
Yep. Can you before you go to bed?
Yeah, I'll can you before I go to bed. Or before the movie starts.
Probably before the movie starts. And you can just get off if you want. I said probably before the movie starts just so you can get off.
Okay, me at 7 then.
Oh, can I ask you something though? What's the movie about? Do you know?
It's the third installment of the Drake Bell Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh God, of course. Hey Darren, who do you want to marry?
You?
Really?
Yeah.
I want to marry you too. No, I actually rather marry New York. I'm joking. There's this episode of Glee, and they're singing about New York, and he's like, every other city makes me a dork.
Got time in your hands? Put a TV in your hands. Watch the shows and movies anytime, anywhere with Xfinity On Demand. And get the fastest in-home Wi-Fi for you and all your roommates with no term contract required. Students, don't miss this limited time offer on Xfinity Internet Plus.
Hey man, you wanna play some Civilization with us? No? I wanna read shit, look at statistics all day long. I do that all day. Whatever. Let's go. Look at that. Fuck you. Fuck. You attacked me, Montezuma, you piece of shit. Fuck you. Just one more turn. Okay, kill you. Just one more turn. Oh, no! Shut up! I am doing something important here! Man, those commercials were not kidding. This game is freaking addictive. Now, Civilization 5 is different from a lot of other games in the sense that there's no story mode, no narrative campaign here. It's simply a toolbox. You set up your parameters and what age of technology you start from, whether it's the ancient age all the way up to the postmodern future age, where your goal is to launch into space. You can also choose to start somewhere in between if you'd like. Me, I like to play in the age with Alexander the Great, where he unlocks the unique hop like you. Your orders, my lord. Each civilization has their own unique units, buildings, and bonuses. And also, when you meet them, they have a really stunning, beautiful diplomacy screen where you interact with them. You see, you shape your stories. You take your tiny civilization in huts all the way up to sprawling metropolises that have, like, walking laser-guided mech robots. This entire time, you'll be meeting with, dealing with, and straight killing off other civilizations. You can fight on a multiple-front war while beating back hordes of barbarians who are harassing your land. Certainly a different type of game from Call of Duty or Halo's really quick and skilled Twitch mechanics. This is a game where you can sit back and relax with. Hell, you can even play it in window mode like I do while I work on other things or talk on Facebook or Twitter. You see, gameplay basically breaks down to squeezing every bit of efficiency out of your empire. Keyword, optimization. You want to make sure that you're building the techs that serve your specific civilization's needs, depending on where you put your cities and how you're expanding. In that sense, this game plays every bit as well as a
action at all times, they'd be wrong. Because I ended up playing this game for 16 hours straight. 16 hours. So it's doing something.
You still there?
Yeah,
You
man.
gotta make sure maximize
I love you.
your
Reason.
really doing the right game set. It's the difference between a boring, terrible experience and a really fun game filled with all sorts of stories. So to help you out, here are my favorite parameters.
Okay, so when you set up your game, make sure you go to the advanced settings. And when you're in the advanced settings, there's going to be a button. Go ahead and click this a few times. This button right here is going to add a bunch of additional civilizations into whatever map size you've chosen. Because here in the map size, basically, it's kind of they kind of set out how many civilizations can be on a particular map. But you can add more, and I always find that that makes things more fun. Another thing is playing around with the era. I like to pick basically later eras, but if you go modern or anything in the future, make sure you uncheck science and maybe diplomatic because the game will end really soon with the launching into outer space stuff. The AI gets there quick. I like to do more medieval or maybe one era before. This is how I play. Also, if you make sure you pick a small or tiny map, that'll probably make sure that the game only lasts, 8 to 10 hours, depending on how aggressive you are and if you do military or you focus on culture and things like that. Settings are very important, and these specific settings are the way that I find the game's most fun.
And I have to mention how absolutely fantastic this game soundtrack is. You play a game for 16 hours, and you're bound to get annoyed by the soundtrack. But that's not true here. Far from it. It fits in so perfectly. It's nice and gentle, and then it ramps up during wartime. And either way, it's all really nice to listen to. It's even got culture-appropriate music, with my favorite being the Japanese. Like I said to you at the beginning of this review, this is coming from somebody who's never played any of the Civilization games. In fact, even from somebody who has outright crapped on the series before. I'm this game's target market, really. All these changes were made for people like us. So while I can't compare it to the old Civs, I can tell you how absolutely perfect these mechanics feel in this particular game. And I can see how hexes are far superior to squares in every way, in both mechanics, strategic value, and design. And I've got to say, the biggest improvement by far is the combat system. The fact that only one unit can occupy a space at a time on a hex grid really opens up a lot of flanking opportunities, a lot of strategic options for you. It's like a big game of chess with really fun animations. The old version I heard just had you moving around these huge stacks where you can have an unlimited amount of units in a single space, and there wasn't even any combat animations when they went together. That's boring. No wonder I didn't want to play the game. Those games would devolve into pointless moving around and stack things. I am so happy that they made the change. This game's interface, combat, and all those improvements make it the only civilization for newcomers like me to even consider picking up. And on top of all that, we get additional variation in the inclusion of city-states. Now, these are smaller nations that you kind of have to do favors for. When you earn their alliance, they start to add some bonuses to your civilization and will even give you units from time to time. But my favorite is they act as sort of a buffer zone between you and your opponent. And finally, another thing that Civilization does better than any of the strategy games out there right now is how it empowers its fan community. Mods are in the actual main menu for this game. Very few games do this, and more should, because it lets players share, download, and play mods with just a few clicks. And you know, wait to see what the Civilization community comes up with for this. You know, tweaks to gameplay, improvements, and who knows, total conversion.
This potentially offers hundreds of more hours to an already massive game. So you can see now why this game is so critically acclaimed and is getting such high and positive reviews. However, I am noticing that a lot of reviewers are failing to mention some serious drawbacks of this game, getting maybe too caught up in how good it is. You see, the game's two biggest missteps are multiplayer and diplomacy. Civilization often evolves so hard in multiplayer. There are no freaking animations, no unit animation.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, right?
You're crying.
What was that? I was laughing because the guy's like, every other city makes me a dwarf. Oh, it's funny. I'm not crying, I'm fine. Sorry for making me think
I
that.
can understand how with simultaneous turns that you would want to take out the unit moving animations, exploring animations, all that stuff. Nobody wants to wait around for your units to evolve. And I can even understand maybe removing that diplomacy screen. But combat is what gives this game its flavor. It just completely ruins the atmosphere for combat. And it makes it feel like multiplayer is really just an incomplete mode. Put the combat back in. But a bigger issue in multiplayer is no freaking save button. No freaking saving games.
Yeah, that's a problem with the game. Because when you're doing a, have you ever done a game for like 16 hours and you forgot to save it? I'm like,
Yes. Grand Theft Auto.
you've done. Oh
And
shit!
you wanna know something? That's like the hardest game to beat almost, cause it takes forever. Some of those little missions that you have to do. You gotta keep trying, and keep trying, because sometimes like you gotta do like a chase, and like sometimes they get you before they even, and then you lose, or cops come after you and you get arrested somehow. Or, I don't know, you end up killing yourself. It's like, really? So like, I played it for like 6 hours, and then I ended up not saving it, so I had to restart everything up again.
Oh yeah, I've done
That
I've,
ticked me off. I was so mad because I had to
I
redo
played
it again.
I played Sims at least when I used to play it.
When
To be honest, I wish I could still play because the house I had had no electronic stuff.
Well,
You
there's
know
a code you can do with there.
what?
Mother code. A code.
What?
A code that you can do that's mother load, and it gives you money.
You have to type it in each and every time.
Yeah, you gotta go shift CTRL and C, and then it goes into this thing. You have to go mother load. And you gotta press enter, and then you gotta keep saying mother load, and how much money you want.
Okay, when we end up getting married and playing, I'm probably gonna use motherload all the time.
Yes, I do it all the time. I play when I make my Sims first. I take him to the house, and then I put mother load, and then I can make it look nice. And then you don't have to worry about getting a job that much. I mean, you can if you wanted to, but if you don't have to. You know what I mean? You got that money.
And besides, you don't have like getting a job is so boring.
Sims is not like Sims is not something you can be. It's just something that you can just have fun on.
Can I just tell you?
Yes.
From the stuff that I've seen of The Sims, getting a job is so boring because you can't interact with the job.
Well, what I do is when I get two Sims, I have one stay home, which would be the woman or the guy, whoever. And then the guy goes to work as you play with the girl, and she does whatever. Or you want them both to have a job, which I do sometimes, but I usually don't give them jobs because, like, you have a lot of, like, money anyway you don't really need, I mean, you can take them places, have them go to, like, a salon. I mean, there is some Sims that you can interact with your Sims work, like those generations. You can help them.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
help them build
I've
a
heard about
fireplace.
that. Like about mixing drinks and crap.
Yeah, well, there's also like you can be a firefighter and you can go around and like go in people's houses and like do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I hope they add some more stuff in 4.
They have a lot of stuff in 4. More stuff than they have in this and 3.
Getting 4.
It has more in 4 than it would have 3 or 2.
Are you getting 4?
Yeah, I am. I just gotta wait. It comes out on September 2nd.
Why
I'm
does they,
getting it for my birthday.
why do they do that every year? The main games comes out like in the beginning.
Because they always come out on my birthday.
The
Sims.
main game.
Okay. For Sims, I always got Sims for my birthday because that's what I liked, and my mom and dad always bought me. That's why I got so many.
The main game always comes out during the beginning of the year.
Yeah, because it is the beginning of the year.
They have those
They want to do that.
and then they have those expansion packs.
Yep. Well, the expansion pack is so you could add on more and do more with your Sims. Like I got one with sexy laundry and stuff.
I love you.
No, me too.
We're not gonna finish this today. You totally tricked me with your bro talk.
Relax. You'll still be able to hang out with CJ.
How will I do that if I'm stuck here painting walls all day? This wouldn't have happened if you just listened to me in the first place.
Okay, I can see how this is kinda my fault.
Kinda?
Okay, more than kinda. Look, you go hang out with CJ. I'll finish this up.
Yeah, right. The whole thing.
It's okay, I got this.
Really?
Yeah, no problem.
Really?
Yeah, you go. Bros helping bros.
Well, thanks. I'll see you when it's done.
All right. Solo bro. Uno bro. Bro number 1. Bro number 2 is with his lady. And let's go with bro number 1. Bro. One bro. Time for bro.
I hope you save room for dessert. We always save room for donuts. Oh. We'll return to Carter and Briggs meet RGB2 after these messages.
Whoa. What is it that you need? Stop. Make your house breathe. Stop.
This week only, be a part of our new experimental test phase and we'll paint your house for free. Call now.
Stop.
A subsidiary of the U.S. government.
Huh? What the?
Afternoon, citizen.
Who are you?
I'm a stealth co agent from Stealthco Corporation.
Wait, I was just calling you Stealth Co. about getting my house painted.
I know. Just need you to sign the contract.
Okay. Dude, this is like 1 million pages long.
Just sign here to get started. And here. Initial here for us to paint the inside.
And it's still free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Fingerprint here, retinal scan, and
Ow!
Excellent. You are a true patriot. We'll be done in a few hours. Go ahead. Go relax. And please accept this complimentary police pullover courtesy of Stealth & Co.
Wow!
I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, wow, you know?
Yeah, I totally know.
Hey, Mordecai.
Shouldn't you be painting the house?
Oh, should I? Your most relaxing drink, please.
I'm on it.
Yes, you should. Quit messing around and go finish the job.
You can call out your dogs, Mordecai. I'm done. Because I listened to you.
See? You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks for your beat.
No problem, bro. Eileen, this is just hot water.
It's good for your digestion.
So what do you want to do for the rest of the weekend?
I don't know. Maybe check out that loaded potato place.
What?
It's a baked potato filled with stuff.
No. Look. Rigby, where's the house?
I don't know. It's supposed to be right there. What happened?
Okay, this is weird. What did you do?
I just hired some professionals.
Rigby! Whoa. What? What kind of guys did you hire?
Professional guys. They seemed legit. I even signed this contract.
Rigby, this says Stealth Code. They made our house stealth.
What does stealth mean?
Ah! I can't believe you didn't even read the contract.
They gave you the gist of it. Look, the stealth code guy is right there. We'll just tell him to fix it.
Hey, dude, this isn't what we want. What the?
Where is he?
Over here. Is that a piece of cardboard?
Good eye, citizen. Mm-hmm. Yes, these are satisfying results. As per our agreement, your house is no longer detectable by radar.
Yeah, or our eyes. Look, there was a misunderstanding. We don't want this.
Well, that's perfect. The test phase is over, and in order to protect our formula, we will be destroying the product. As per our agreement, you'll be reimbursed $500 minus jet refueling fees, which adds up to 64 cents.
Jet refueling fees?
Wait, when are you removing the paint?
Let's wrap it up, boys. Roger that. The jets will be here momentarily to destroy the house.
What? Well, how you gonna blow up an invisible house, man?
With this striking device. Granny shot. I would retreat to a safe distance if I were you.
Dude, we gotta get that tracking device.
Way ahead of you.
Rigby, stop. We just have to get inside and get up there.
No, I got it.
Rigby!
I got it.
Dude, just do what I'm saying.
No, I can do it myself. I can be a solo bro.
What are you even talking about?
We were supposed to do this together, like we always do.
Then why'd you say I could leave?
Because you got your whole CJ thing, and I wanted to help. It just gonna feel like we don't hang out like we used to.
Look, sometimes I'm gonna be doing other things, but you're my best friend. I'm not ditching you, dude.
We're gonna die!
We gotta get inside the house. Dude, it's the stairs.
It's the end of the hall!
That means the attic's right above us.
Where's the cord?
Got it.
What was that?
I don't know, Rigby. Maybe it's the broken attic ladder you said you'd fix last week.
Quit living in the past, man.
Approaching target.
Come on, I'll boost you up.
I don't know my way around the attic.
What, you gonna boost me up there? Just listen to me and I'll guide you.
Fine. Now what?
The window's that way. Watch out for the mirror. Left, right, turntable. Birdcage. Low hanging beam. Mousetrap. Cobwebs, close your mouth. Exposed wire. The window's in front of you. Ah, this buttery popper is good. Huh?
Hey, get down from there. It's not safe.
Target in sight.
Rigby, throw it.
Where?
As far as you can, dude.
We did it!
How much do you think I can get for this thing? 50? 60? How about this sweet pull right out of the trash?
You're doing it!
Missile tracking device.
Well, not that, guys!
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Why did I get extra butter?
Come on. Sorry.
Lock and load.
Oh man, your car. Car? What car?
I don't see any car. Maybe it's invisible. Kind of like the checks I'll be paying you with for the
doesn't a hug deserve a hug? Greetings from Hawaii! Denzel Crocker here with someone truly eager, violent, conniving, game as your besties. Yes, and I have finally gotten my hands on the ultimate prize. Now our plan is in motion. The trap is set, and it's only a matter of time before we destroy every single solitary man. Wow, you really should see someone about that.
Will Crocker and Book destroy all fairy kind?
Say goodbye to your fairies once and for all.
Find out in the Nickelodeon original movie, A Fairly Odd Summer, tonight at 8. So no,
Seriously?
Oh.
That's getting really annoying. Dive into summer. With Sam and Cat up next on it. Look, the Animal Superstars game.
New Network. Kung Fu masters who train the greatest warriors in the world now face their biggest challenge. The Resistance. Everybody was
Now when these kids are so you sure.
Sure. Right. I accidentally knocked over the tissue box.
Darren.
When you go to the menu, there's no option there. There's no save game. It's gone. Me and my buddy were freaking out. We ended the game pissed off. Later on, I found out that during multiplayer, it auto-saves. So you have to go to the auto-save area. But come on, you've got to at least put a save button where we think it's going to be, or at least let us know that everything is good to go for the next session. Seriously. And another thing is diplomacy. Diplomacy in this game initially is really limited. It's basically just, hi, do you want to be my friend? That doesn't mean anything, but if you want to be friends, we can be friends. Or, hi, get the f away from my borders. Do not settle near me, all right? You might do something. And then later on, when options open up, the AI is resistant to almost everything that I see you offer. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Now, I'm not going to focus too much for this because no game today, for me, this type of genre has really got the diplomacy AI correct. It's really a hard thing to do. Add in that there's no easy way to see how empires, other civilizations feel about yours, or even if you are at war, no easy way to see that. I often forget how many nations I'm at war with the way I play. I war with everyone. Except for Gandhi or that Siam guy. I like the way they...
เราเข้ากับเราทำไมกษัตริย์แห่งสยามนับเป็นเกียรติยิ่งที่ท่านเดินมาเยี่ยมประเทศสยามของเรา
对对对。
เรากำลังฟังอยู่
Wait, what did he say to me?
เรากำลังฟังอยู่
Mother. Aside from that, it really does streamline the whole experience, and it's better. However, I am jealous of the old school advisors that use full motion video that was in Civilization 2. I looked it up on YouTube.
I would have looked that up too.
It was.
Because I want to actually see it. I tried to look it up before, and I couldn't. Civilization 2 Advisor full video.
months later. All is well, Your Excellency, and that pleases me mightily. We stand astride the world like a colossus, noble leader. Send forth our legions so that we may smash every army that would rise against us.
Excellency, let us sharpen our diplomacy first, and our swords later.
Your Excellency, the torch of knowledge sputters in your hands. Excellency, I have calculated the science rate out to the third beat of my abacus, and I am dismayed by what I see. Your Lordship, who cares about brains of the people happy? Don't blow your luxury rate. Excellency, look at me. Can I study and learn alone on the cold stone streets? Beyond places of learning, that we may reap the rewards of wondrous new technologies. Excellency, my rough accounting shows that trade routes to other lands would best serve the Empire. All is well, Your Excellency. I am off to grace my abacus. Excellency, other nations have knowledge we need. Why not let our dull-witted swordsmen go forth and take it? Excellency, we are the most enlightened empire in the world. I salute you.
Most honorable leader, with all due respect, we cannot run an empire without coin, raise the taxes, or hire tax collectors swiftly.
Just don't allow this weasel to touch the science rate, Excellency. You can do anything. Lay off my luxury rate, noble leader.
Excellency, let us make a currency instead of swords, for it is wealth that moves the world, and profit that rules it. Most blessed leader, let us build marketplaces so that the peasants can barter for needed goods. Discover trade, Excellency, for we cannot barter with another nation when no means exist to reach them. My humble suggestion to your glorious person would be to build more caravans and trade with our unworthy neighbors. The empire runs well, Excellency, though additional taxes would hurt no one. We have riches beyond our wildest dreams, Your Excellency, and it is my pleasure to share in them.
No! It's berries we need, and quickly! No! The defense of the cities is our foremost concern! I concur, Excellency. I disagree, Excellency. Pay them no heed, Excellency. Excellency, I demand your attention! I concur, Your Excellency. I disagree, Your Excellency. Pay them no heed, Excellency. A word, Your Excellency.
Remember, all things have a price, Excellency. He speaks and moves, Excellency. I disagree, Excellency. Pay them no heed, Excellency. May we speak, Excellency? You conniving sophist. You weak-minded eunuch.
I concur, Excellency. I disagree, Excellency. Pay them no heed, Excellency. Noble leader, may we speak? You pig. You dog.
I concur, Majesty. No, Your Majesty. Pay them no heed, Your Majesty. Word, Majesty. I'm concerned, Majesty.
My talents go to waste, noble leader. Let us send forth our explorers to find other nations. Noble leader, the empire would best be served by joining with another nation. There will be time enough to betray them later. My lord, there is an invention called writing, which allows the most marvelous communications with our lands. You would do well to discover it. Evil tidings, Lord, for other nations frown upon our treacherous ways. Let us make peace.
Would you make peace with our enemies, Lord? Or would you stick their head upon a pike?
Perhaps I could persuade your excellency to build embassies so that we may traffic freely with other nations. My lord, other lands possess knowledge most useful, Let us trade technologies now and destroy them later. The gods adore you, noble leader, and distant lands favor our mighty empire.
I don't mean to bestow on your guild of savages, King, but a government will fall if we don't entertain the people. Science attacks every damn performance. The people need all trees to soothe their aching hearts.
Excellency, we cannot sacrifice learning for luxuries. The noble leader, it takes coin, not clowns, to keep an empire afloat.
The cloud darkens our land, noble leader, and the people need entertaining. Quickly. Wise men say that only fools run an empire without luxuries. King, no complaints, noble leader. The heralds call out your name warriors later, and all's well with the people.
What are you watching?
The advisors for Civilization 2. They had full motion video for Civilization 2.
Really?
Yeah.
We need more soldiers, sir. Any half-baked revolutionary can whoop our army as it stands. You're sending our soldiers into battle with cat guns and bottle rockets, General. How about some support for our boys up front? Give us better ships, General, or we'll be taking our shore leave out of Whitesboro. More barracks would be in order, sir. Unless you'd rather have our boys bunking out in your latrine. Our city's defenses are as thin as a cracker jack box, sir. Now you do what you like, but don't come hollering at me when some upstart nation puts your palace to the torch. We're doing great, General, and we got you to thank for it. You're letting our crack trips go to waste, General. Let's go on some head, sir. Why make what you can't fight for, General? Pay attention to your military first. Where I come from, we don't fraternize with the enemy, General. How about yourself? This bean counter's talking nonsense, General. Not so fast, Peter boy. Don't let him fast talk you, General. We got other turkeys to shoot. Who cares, General? We got other itches worth scratching. Our production of knowledge is lowest in the world, sir. We're at absolute zero. Science production rates show an alarming decrease on all fronts, sir. I must insist that we correct the situation immediately. Or at least pretty soon. I have brought the numbers out to the 10th decimal point, sir. And the results are clear. We must build more tech improvements. Sir, my analysis indicates that by building additional trade routes, we can interface more frequently with other nations, and ergo ipsum facto increase the science production rate. We're pretty much A-okay, sir. I'm off to play with my slide rule. 2 words, sir. Steel technologies. That would show your perspicacity. You're Einstein, sir. I mean, you are the E to the MC squared, like a clock speed to a microchip, sir. We're number 1 in science. What do you know, Mugnut? Sir, we must maintain our science rate. What do you know, clever guy? Only an ignoramus would choose you over technology. Sir, revenues are down and our cash reserves are dropping. Raise the taxes or hire tax collectors immediately. Got a plan, sir. We need a science of wealth. Set our people to researching economics. You won't regret it. Build a stock exchange and I'll show you what cash flow is really about. Trade, sir. Discover it. This is you. This is a clue. Get a clue. Discover trade. I'm concerned, sir. Caravan production is down for the fiscal year. Is this really what you want? All is well, sir. Quite bullish. Sir, analysts are bullish on the performance of our latest economic indicators. We're doing great, sir. The human slide rule over here would have you think money grow on trees, sir. I think not. If you want to take your advice from a blue suede fool, sir, then go right ahead. And who will pay for all this, sir? Sir, I agree, sir. Sir, I disagree, sir. Don't listen to them, sir. Word, General. I agree, sir. I disagree, sir. Don't listen to them, sir. Give me talk, sir. I agree, sir. I disagree, sir. Don't listen to them, sir. A word, sir, if I may. Problems, sir. We've got problems. Ah, yes. Let's do lunch, sir.
I agree, sir. I disagree, sir. Don't listen to them, sir. A moment of your time, sir. Sabaka.
I agree, Majesty. No way, King. Don't listen to them, sir. Moment of your time, King. I got some troubles, King. Oh, yeah, man. That was good.
Sir, I cannot oblige your lack of resolve. There are other nations in this world, and it's up to you to find them. Sir, two can accomplish what one cannot. Let us form alliances with other nations. We can destroy them later. Sir, there is a technology called espionage. I suggest you research it. Sir, I must report that we've lost the respect of the global community. Shall we go ahead and betray them? Or repair our reputation and then betray them? Let us build embassies, sir, so that we possess a base of operations in the cities of our enemies. Sir, intelligence indicates that trading technologies will benefit us most at this time. Let us exploit this window of opportunity, sir. My spy network tells me that other nations hold us in the highest regard, sir. I await your further instructions. You do not listen to this Sabaka, sir. We can take with cunning what he can take by force. The man of science speaks wisdom, sir.
People will shook up your mouths. It ain't so entertaining to get in one shock. Folks, we'll be checking in the Heartbreak Hotel. If we don't get them some entertainment soon. Majesty, I don't mean to be taken away from science and taxes, Your Majesty. But when the people blue, the entertainment must be true. I won't mean to be stepping on your blue suede shoe, sir. No, I don't have my dress. It's like a hound dog. It's not happy. We're rocking, Majesty. And we got you. Thankful. Sir, people, I can't help falling in love with you. Just don't belong on the luxury rate, King. Thank you. Thank you very much. All your lordship, the people got to be entertained. Grant us more units, sire, and I vow to present our foes the bloody heap at your feet.
And would you have us destroy those whom we could exploit?
We fall behind in weapons technology, sire. Street urchins with wooden swords could defeat this army as it stands. Our ships are not fit to hold chamber upon, sire.
Okay, look,
Are you gonna come back? Like,
I'm gonna come back. Just after Civilization 5, I want to do Civilization 2 just to see those funny animations.
are you gonna put it on here?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that on here.
Oh, cool.
But in Civ 5, they're not around. They're like hidden in the back. They're just not a part of the game in the same way. It would have added a lot more flavor to the game, you know, like telling me to do shit. Grant us more units, sire, and I vow to present our foes in a bloody heap at your feet. May I speak, sir? Our production of knowledge is the lowest in the world, sir. We are at absolute zero. While the men of learning play with their quill pens, sire, the city's defenses remain as thin as parchment. Build city walls! But science production rates show an alarming decrease. I must insist. Do not listen to this bean counter, sire. Why build what you can take to war? So science, war! Science! War! So science! In the end, Civilization 5 is a great game, so that's why I am giving this game a final verdict of 8 out of 10. If you're you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an empire to run. Advisors! Advise me!
Sir, people, they can't help fall in love with you. All your lordships, people can't be entertained. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Science, you brute! I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Yeah. Goodbye. I will see you guys on the. I will see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Subscribe, bitches. Subscribe, bitches. Science. Subscribe, bitches. Science.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What?
I just want to see what she says about Dragon Ball Z and stuff.
Who? Ooh.
The sick final battle against the most evil force in the galaxy. I hope all my trainings pay off.
This is a big city.
Oh my God, it's worse than I thought. Look at these months. It's terrifying. Keep it together, Joe. You have to do this. It's power. What? No. This is impossible. The shitty game rate. This can't be. It's over. It's over 9,000! I think laugh loud. This madness will stop. I will stop it. I must. I have to be strong. Stronger than I've ever been. I won't let them do this. I won't let them do this to Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z Connect is exactly what you would expect it to be. It's a terrible minigame. It's terrible. The Connect just sucks. It really sucks. So much now that it's continuing to kill my childhood favorites with no regard for the law. First Star Wars, now Dragon Ball Z Connect. Well, fine. If you want to keep making this shit, then we will keep recording how bad they are for history.
Become a Super Saiyan. Play Dragon Ball Z like you've never played it before. Dragon Ball Z or Connect, coming October 2012.
Dragon Ball Z Connect takes all the fights that span from the Saiyan Saga to the Majin Buu Saga. It has you punch and kick to on-screen prompts, after which you are rewarded with a few seconds of cutscenes.
Let me put this in a way you primitive earthlings will understand. DBC Connect is so easy, even Krillin could beat it. It's worth less than a single Raditz, let alone $40. Not even the It fucking sucks! Now leave me alone.
Ranging from flailing your arms around.
Understand. Play Dragon Ball Z like you.
This is funny. They must have got Lady Pator to do this. They must have got Lady Pator to do this thing.
Funny, isn't it? Awesome.
Play it before. Dragon Ball Z or Connect, coming October 2012.
Dragon Ball Z Connect takes all the fights that span from the Saiyan Saga to the Majin Buu Saga. It has you punch and kick to on-screen prompts, after which you are rewarded with a few seconds of cutscenes.
Let me put this in a way you primitive earthlings will understand. DBC Connect is so easy, even Krillin could beat it. It's worth less than a single Raditz, let alone $40. Not even the fucking Dragon Balls can make this damn thing playable. It fucking sucks! Now leave me alone!
Give a few different moves ranging from flailing your arms around in melee distance to flailing your arms around in blast attack distance. Occasionally, the enemy will charge you, which you then have to quickly sway to one side to avoid the attack. And that's it. It takes maybe 10 minutes, 10 whole fucking minutes before this shit gets repetitive. Do the same rapid punch move, charging your ki like you're dropping a dookie, and jump to keep your opponent at a distance. After your ki is charged, fire a special attack. Then rinse and repeat. The AI has no answer for just straight special attack spam. Down, 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 go, 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 down, 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 down. The only time you ever feel like you're actually playing a Dragon Ball Z game is when you perform a special move. I mean, with everything else this game screws up, I'm surprised that the special moves actually resemble their on-screen counterparts.
Take a good look. This isn't something many people ever get to see.
The game is a breeze, except for the last two fights in which the AI uses cheap tactics to keep the pressure on. Non-stop punching. Now, the detection on the Kinect works for the most part in easy and normal modes. Thank God. Otherwise, this would literally be the worst thing ever. But turn the game to hard mode, and it breaks, because this Kinect has an inability to deal with fast, quick, complicated motions, one right after the other. The whole thing can be completed in less than 3 hours.
3 hours!
It's just one single-player, only minigame. Flail at the screen prompts and win. At least other Kinect games give you some kind of variety, like 9 or 10 mini-games that do different things. Here, there is zero variety. Zero! What the fuck? This is the best you could do with Dragon Ball Z? Like, where's my training mode where the game counts my calories and gives me a healthy workout? Where's the fun stuff like Goku eating contests? any character or new stories, multiplayer, just something, anything.
Enough! You'll not make a fool of me!
This is some of the laziest fucking shit ever. It's absolutely insulting to a fan of the series. The game never evolved. There's 23 battles of the exact same process over and over, each of them 4 to 5 minutes long. The only time it changes pace is in a single early boss battle with 8-Vegeta, where it takes even more control away from you and forces you through quick time events instead.
It's a spirit bomb created from the Earth's energy, and you're gonna eat it!
Score Attack, the only real other mode, has the exact same battles as Campaign, only you can pick different characters to play as. Over 50, in fact, which surprised me. But of course, that's fucked up by the fact that they control exactly the same. Aside from a few recycled super attack motions, it's the same. There's also a QR code scanner that allows you to unlock other characters with and power-ups, which are basically useless. But aside from the ones that are on the cardboard Saiyan hair included with every game, I have no idea how to get more, or if they even plan to release more. I doubt it. So there may not even be a way for you to unlock some of them.
God damn it, Vegeta! Yes, just an idea from just me. Wow! Didn't think of that.
Graphics are pretty good, true to the show, but how hard is it really to make the Dragon Ball Z cel-shaded style? It's not. Not anymore, anyway. And yet still the explosions manage to look like crap.
Look who's talking.
You can have the best graphics in the world, and if your gameplay sucks ass, it's not gonna make one lick of fucking difference. It's still shit. Just a good-looking piece of shit.
There's some things a warrior just can't do. I'd rather die.
You've been dead.
Didn't you just say that anything was better than life here?
They only managed to get a handful of the original voice actors back, probably because they wanted nothing to do with it. Usually mostly stand-ins for your side roles. Your cutscene rewards have terrible lip syncing that's way off.
Oh, the monkeys. Now you're going to give it up.
What?
You're putting too much strain on your body. You're getting weaker every second because no one in this world should have been able to surpass you. And somebody showed up and did it.
What? It's an overall poor effort and a waste of the game's license. The final verdict for Dragon Ball Z Connect is a, hold on, its power level is a 2! A 2 out of 10! This shit is garbage! There are over 9,000 better games in this travesty! And if you want an abridged tour of the DBZ history, watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged on YouTube. If you want to work out, go fucking work out with, weights and shit. This game has no purpose. It's completely tedious. The only thing worth anything in this game is the exclusive episode of DBZ with Bardock, Goku's father, not actually dying and going Super Saiyan, going back in time.
No, 俺たちよ
I saw the real version of that. That's actually pretty good.
And the cardboard hair that it comes with. I had more fun with this cardboard hair than I did with the actual game. Yeah! And it's not really good for kids either. You do better sticking them in front of the television with a DVD box set of the actual show and having them do the moves in front of the TV that way rather than buying this shit.
No way! No!
Stop that! Don't have time for this now. Don't ever do this shit again.
I am the protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Ally to good. Nightmare to you. It's true what they've said. You have no honor for trying to destroy everyone's childhood. I'm gonna end you once and for all.
Oh, for God's sakes, now he's dancing. Dear Lord, I saw better moves on Armia. Oh, yeah, sure, he rid the world of the goddamn game. Yeah, he blew the damn disc up in a box. Who he is, legendary soon.
Can you please stick to the script?
Oh, yeah, be sure to subscribe to Angry Joe's and Marrow Box's Twitter and whatever. I'm gonna go do something more productive now. Help Napa from his dad.
Jared,
Yeah.
what you trying to say something to me?
What?
You trying to say something to me?
No.
If you want to talk about something, you can talk to me.
What?
If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. I don't care. You got any comments you want to make about it? You know you can, right?
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to me?
What?
Do you have anything you want to say to me?
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, I did that already. My bad.
It's alright.
You maybe want
I didn't finish IGN, so I'm gonna do that.
Alright, that's fine.
And I'm gonna reset it for you.
Oh, thank you.
On August 13th, for the past couple of weeks, we've been pretending to be cops. Police raid! Oh, that was awesome! It started off just as fun. You don't mess with the law. Cheers, cheers. It's okay, relax. But now we've gotten in over our heads. LPD. For no offense. Maybe a special unit. We're not cops, dude. Oh, that's funny. Let's be cops. Rated on August 13th.
How many stupid
The Uninitiated. Civ is a turn-based strategy game based around, well, building up the civilization of your advisor. Civ 5 has no campaign. Very few strategy franchises have been revered as civilization. For the uninitiated, Civ is a turn-based strategy game based around, well, building up the civilization of your advisor. Civ 5 has no campaign. Instead, you create a world and jump right in. You guide an entire society and craft their own story, taking them from the dawn of history to the far-off future. Each civilization is led by a great leader from history and gets a few special benefits and units, so it's important to consider what type of victory you're out to achieve before setting your nationality. Do you want to win by war or through peace? The choice is up to you, and it's these decisions that give you a certain feeling of power that few within the game's match. The question is now if Civ 5's gameplay changes and emphasis on accessibility make for the best Civ experience yet. Simply put, the presentation in Civilization 5 is phenomenal. The new graphics engine adds a ton of detail, even though the game can be a resource pocket. But graphics aside, the real star when it comes to the presentation is the game's focus on approachability. Let's face it, Civ isn't exactly the easiest series to get into. There's a ton of options and strategies to wrap your head around. Luckily, Civ 5 includes the advisors from the console title, Civilization Revolution. These advisors specialize in various branches of nature.
That's it. I haven't even reviewed Civilization Revolution. Let me just do that.
Gotcha.
Civilization Revolution review.
We're in Paris. The catacombs are right underneath our feet.
Inside the world's largest grave.
Wait, there's something here. What the hell is this?
How does it keep me a piano like this? 84 cubes. What's going on? From the past.
What's happening to us?
Just how accessible should global domination be? The widely known Civilization series is a fairly hardcore strategy experience for the PC. In order to bring the game to the console crowd, an entirely new entry in the series has been created and dubbed Civilization Revolution. Does it sustain Civ's reputation, or is this one strategy game for the people? Civilization Revolution offers a few different gaming modes, but your objective never changes. You'll lead your civilization to global dominance by exploring the world, cultivating culture, accumulating wealth, developing technology, and raising armies. Most games start with the founding of a single city and end up with a sprawling empire, but there are a few ways to get there. Specific scenarios do tweak the rules.
Hold on, let me finish this one and then do Revolution. Okay?
Alright.
But I'm still gonna do 5 gameplay and stuff.
Right. Cool.
and are available at any time to players who are confused on how to proceed. The advisors also clearly mark which buildings they think you should build. Very handy if you want to play a certain way. Every menu or interaction in Civ 5 is intuitive, helpful, and a testament to the lessons learned by a developer that's been making these games for almost 2 decades. It's one of the most user-friendly interfaces I've ever used for a strategy game. The real test of a strategy game is its gameplay. Like its predecessor, Civilization 5 is amazingly addictive, with games commonly drawing more than 5 or 6 hours out of me in a single sitting. Unfortunately, as good as the game is, there are a few changes I don't really care. For example, they've taken away the ability to force religions and governments on other nations. Culture is now a resource that can be gathered. This can then be spent on policies that affect your own civilization. While this does expand customization options for your own nation, I miss the pure glee of being a jerk and forcing nations to bend on my will. Another problem is that enemy nations are way too aggressive on your borders, which often forces you to go for a military victory. This is fine if you like to fight, but there are a number of ways you can win it, be it diplomacy, conquest, science, or by having the biggest score at the year 2050. Sometimes I want to make it peaceful. The enemy nations would force my hand. On the plus side, the combat system has been redesigned and it's the best of the series. The new system takes the emphasis off amassing giant armies and puts it on strategy. It's all about maneuvering your troops to surround enemy forces, choke off key points, or change army formations. As a result, combat is vastly more satisfying than it has ever been, feeling much more like a game of chess than a simple game of arm my numbers. Beyond that, the core gameplay is still fantastic. It essentially makes for infinite replayability, giving players a simple set of crafted points they want out of the book over and over again. Civilization 5 is one of the best turn-based strategy games I've ever had the pleasure of playing. After teaming up with my friends for some multiplayer, losing a whole night of sleep to the game's endlessly playable single player,
I did this already.
one of the inevitable community-made mods, this is one game that any strategy enthusiast should check out. Nitpicks aside, with all the tips, advisors, and tools in place, this is the first PC Civilization that I feel is worth just about every person's time. For more detail on the game, head over to
I did not mean to do that. The stupid thing is messing up.
I don't know what's going on with this. Anymore. It's stupid.
Oh, there's a CGR Undertow review of it? Hold on.
Really?
Just how accessible should global domination be? The widely known Civilization series is a fairly hardcore strategy experience on the PC. In order to bring the game to the console crowd, an entirely new entry in the series has been created and dubbed Civilization Revolution. Does it sustain Civ's reputation, or is this one strategy game for the people? Civilization Revolution offers a few different game modes where your objective never changes. You'll lead your civilization to global dominance by exploring the world, cultivating culture, accumulating wealth, developing technology, and raising armies. Most games start with the founding of a single city and end up with a sprawling empire, but there are a few ways to get there. Specific scenarios do tweak the rules, hitting you with superpowered barbarians or getting you access to every technology. While you can mix things up a bit, no one experience is drastically different from any other. The core experience is solid and very replayable, and each civilization has its own strengths and bonuses, giving each a slightly different play experience. Online multiplayer offers head-to-head, teams, and
free-for-all. Any mode can be rewarding, but games take a couple of hours at the very least, and you're unable to adjust the difficulty level of online players or tweak any other factors. Additionally, live players can try out the game of the week and compete for a spot on the leaderboards.
What?
Sound like you were saying something to me. Sorry.
Game's random maps do a good job of providing variety, but space is tight.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Computer
No,
players
I
will always know
something to me.
to build your armies, fight defensively, even if you plan to take a peaceful route to victory. Still, within that framework, there's a lot to do. Civ-Rev's controls focus on the two sticks. The left stick directs the units, and the right stick scrolling highlight. Other functions are color-coded to base buttons, making most commands easily understandable. It's a smart setup, but it takes time to get used to. Since you can't undo moves, some players will weather some early frustration. The game changes as you move from the ancient era to the modern, but no matter how far technology advances, gameplay stays largely the same. Military conflict is inescapable, but the game strikes a good balance between strategy and simplicity. Each unit has a rating in attack and defense that can be modified by terrain, special bonuses, and other factors. Units can also earn experience and learn special skills that give them a combat boost. Who wins is all up to the stats, and while there's some luck involved, repeatedly saving and loading your game never really changes the outcome of a single battle. Diplomacy is a limited option. Computer opponents never tire of threatening, but you can't really return the favor. You're either at war or you're not, and when you're not, probably will be soon. Managing research and gold production are also important, determining what you can build and how fast you can build it, respectively. It's never a bad thing when you're the first to discover gunpowder, but non-military technology can let you build wonders of the world, giving you some pretty beefy bonuses, or access to city-building buildings like courthouses and parliaments. Despite fairly smooth controls and presentation, things can get cumbersome and messy when you're managing upwards of a dozen cities, especially if you happen to be a war. Your civilization isn't going to run itself, so the more you expand, the more time you'll need to spend tweaking your empire. For a console RTS, Civilization Revolution pulls few punches. Civilization seems to have gone synth with a friendly, cartoonish look and battling made-up languages for its console debut. While it makes for some extremely goofy world leaders, the style seems to fit overall. It's generally easy to tell different units apart, and battle animations are quick and let you know who's winning the fight. Upbeat sound effects and lighthearted music motifs are also a logical part of the sim world. It's a fairly strong package, but barely subtle performance snags and an inconsistent audio mix keep it from being pristine. Civilization Revolution is a streamlined strategy experience for consoles that's easy to play and appreciate. The game achieves balance and variety, letting it hold up to repeated plays and creates that one more turn addiction that defines most great strategy games. Civ has essentially traded a little bit of depth for a good bit of playability, and it's a pretty sweet deal in the end.
Let me do TGR just review this.
Alright.
And then I'll go back to Sim 5.
Alright. Sounds straightforward to me.
Because I want to do Revolution. Let me do Revolution 2 too.
Cool. Yeah.
There are some things PCs can do that console games shouldn't. Division of labor, argue over superiority, I don't care. And sure, while there's been some cross-contamination that worked well, GoldenEye wresting dominance in the FPS sector, like the Super Nintendo version of SimCity, which is pretty decent, or even the controller-optimized PS3 and PS4 renditions of Final Fantasy XIV, more often than not, you're left with a stripped-down interpretation that feels like an affront to all you hold dear. Civilization Revolution is a stripped-down interpretation, surely, but I don't know if it's that much of an affront. Maybe an aside or a back. This PS3 version of the famously obscenely huge 4X staple holds its own and can serve as a nice primer, an introduction in one of the most intense of gaming genres. Lay some plot on you, but really, you craft the plot as you go. Along the basic line of your civilization, led by insert great leader here, builds from sticks and stones to world domination. Just like its big brothers, that domination can take a number of forms. Absolute military victory, cultural ubiquity to being the first people to reach Alpha Centauri. From that basic starting point, you have the freedom to do those 4 X's mentioned earlier. Explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate at whatever pace you wish. That said, you also have competitors, other great leaders, displaced from their own geographic bounds, trying to expand their grasp of this hunk of randomly generated landmass. A standard Civilization bit, really, just kind of altered for the console masses. You can't have super precise mouse and keyboard controls in this case, so you've got to adapt for the relatively clunky controller. That's where Civ stumbles. You got a thumbstick that moves your focus sometimes, and directional buttons that cycle through units in a given region or move to the next region, where next is a constantly ambiguous term. Like in different conflict entirely. Just align so closely to your vertical axis that suddenly, bam, Barcelona instead of moving to the next battalion of units stationed outside Minsk. Fortunately, while the controls are a bit grindy, the graphics are by and large capable of holding things together in the main game. Other functions, such as the Civilopedia, a useful resource for the history and edutainment aspects of the game, occasionally have egregious graphical mishaps, and this actual footage of how choppy things get even like beat the game. Civ makes this PS3 grind like hell, but you won't really notice it in the moment because you'll be too intensely focused on discovering the best technology. The audio presentation isn't bad. The background music, well, you're going to get all about it. Those who either A, are too deep in diplomacy to hear anything, or B, have shut off the audio long ago because the garbled, vaguely ethnically flavored speech of your quote-unquote trusted advisors made you want to rip out your hair. There's a number of things that make this revolution kind of weak as a Civilization title. Regardless, it is Civilization, and probably not going to rest yourself from it until you've taken over the world. One more turn, man. One more turn. You've got to choose a science to pursue, which means you should reassign some workers in Moscow for qualifications.
Okay, next thing is the Civilization 2 review, and then I'm going to do some Civilization 5.
What is it?
Julie Cross is on the roof.
Yep, alright, buddy. See there.
Huge.
Oh, that's easy.
You
We're there.
It did it again.
Why?
I only clicked it once. Why is it going back?
I think you'll have some like problems with this. I want to stream you.
Okay, YouTube.com is not responding. That's what happened.
I got you.
Now it's better. Now they fixed it.
Very few strategy franchises have been revered as civilization. Uninitiated, Civ is a turn-based strategy game based around, well, building up the civilization of your advisor. Civ 5 has no campaign. Instead, you create a
A simplified version of a civilization game has always struck me as an oxymoron. Taking Firaxis' famously addictive turn-based strategy series about guiding a nation from cave builders to spacefarers, and trying to make that work as a quick and easy iPad game has met with mixed results. Civilization Revolution 2 certainly does have trace amounts of that just one more turn momentum and tension, and it has the trademark hilariously warlike Gandhi, but it's a pale shadow of the greatness of the full Civilization games. Picking one of these 18 nicely varied leaders and jumping onto a randomized map works well with the iPad's touchscreen controls. If you're new to the Civ Red games, it might take you a few games to learn crucial aspects of combat and trade that the tutorial and sparse Civilopedia don't bother to tell you. I actually ended up winning my first couple of 3 to 4 hour games on King and Emperor difficulty without really understanding why. At least the several different victory conditions, like going for culture instead of conquest, made starting again feel worthwhile. Once you got the hang of things, it does become pretty easy to control an expanding army and empire of cities. You don't have to worry about things like improving terrain, because most of the improvements to your city's resources come from automatic upgrades from technology. That simplification works pretty well, but some of the other steps taken to minimize micromanagement end up creating some pretty dull busy work. For example, in order to be effective in combat, you have to combine 3 identical units into one super army unit. That's fine, but after the first few battles, I started to wonder why these completely ineffective single units exist at all. There isn't even the possibility of mixing and matching unit types into a squad to complement each other's weaknesses. So what is the point? Even more annoying, you can't pay gold to upgrade outdated units. Like when warriors are replaced in the build menu by legions. You can't build 2 more warriors to make an army, and you can't disband them for gold either. They're just fodder. That forces you to constantly build entirely new units that just sit on top of the old ones in every city, and that creates more hassle when it comes to finding the unit you want. It probably doesn't help the late-game frame rate checking either. I also ran into significant AI problems. On every difficulty, except a ridiculously unfair deity level, other countries were mostly passive. Especially when separated by any water at all, they mostly left my expansion unchecked. Considering there's no multiplayer in Civ Rev 2, that's a bummer. Oh, and without a minimap, or even the ability to zoom out far enough to see the entire world, it's hard to be aware of the global situation. I kept getting declarations of war from civilizations without really knowing where they are relative to me, and if I should care. As a Civilization fan with thousands of hours played in the series, it's difficult for me to get into the simplified design of Civilization Revolution 2. That doesn't make it a bad game. It offers good control and variety, and can easily keep the momentum going for several hours of grand strategy. But with some unnecessary busy work and a passive AI, it lacks the depth and interesting challenges that give its big siblings their staying power. For more on Sid Meier's Civilization, stay on IGN.
Civilization Revolution 2 gives you a single goal: rule the world. How you set about achieving this easier said than done task is open to interpretation. You could decide to control Gandhi in his march to military domination, or guide Bismarck to a religious victory, rewriting history with a selection of taps. Though Revolution 2 is based on previous Civ games, there are added nuances to this new version. Fortunately, a tutorial walks you through the basic controls, showing you the way around the menu and movement options. While the tutorial outlines the basics, learning the game's full range of involving social doctrines, sciences, and tech trees is left pretty much up to you. An entire encyclopedia is on hand to help with this, along with text pop-ups which dog you at every step of the early game. After selecting your culture, your first task is deciding where to build your capital. The surrounding landscape dictates the city's strengths, with fertile land allowing faster population growth, and rocky areas providing materials for production. From there, it's all about expansion, as you build more cities and extend your influence to cover the small world map. As you grow, you encounter other empires. You can either forge friendly relations with these new nations, or take the more direct route to domination by obliterating them from existence. These decisions are inevitably influenced by your current situation. If you possess a strong culture, simply existing near a nation may be enough to swallow it up in a sea of McDonald's and blue jeans. On the other hand, if you have a vast military, then the direct approach may be the way to go, providing you're not limited to pikemen while your opponent has managed to develop stealth fighters. This freedom of choice provides satisfying and devastating moments. When we lost a key city to the Romans, we were inspired with a lust for vengeance we rarely experience in strategy games. Though this did make watching our little knight smashing Rome's warriors in the next battle all the more rewarding. Whether you perceive Civilization Revolution 2 as an update of the original, or a stripped-back, sped-up version of the PC series, there's no denying that it provides a deep but digestible strategy experience. The few niggles we do have, issues locating options in the menu and trouble selecting units on the small screen, are extensions of this ambition, but do nothing to tarnish the engrossing world domination fun. This has been James with appspy.com. We review, you decide.
Okay, next one is Civilization 5 gameplay with
Mortal Kombat 5 is an orgy of simulated violence. Short bursts of brutal, amoral slaying set to a soundtrack of bombastic Zimmer-esque strings and the metallic
Hey guys, Angry Joe here, and I want to do a Civilization 5 video. I want to do 2 videos for you because I freaking love this game, and I've been thinking on how exactly to do it because it's such a large game and such an epic game that I can't do like a video that's like 5 hours long or a let's play of these like multiple parts, unless you guys want that, but I wasn't thinking that was sort of my thing. So what I was wanting to do for you is 2 pieces of content. One, sort of a tutorial video on how I get started in my games to show you don't be intimidated by Civilization 5. The payoff and the reward is more than worth it to just sort of jump in and see how easy it actually is, because so many things have been improved and it's actually quite intuitive. So what I want to do for the first piece of video is sort of like a tutorial on the early game and how I get set up. And then afterwards, the second video, which I've already got half done, is going to be a top 10 moments in Civilization 5 during my gameplay sessions of just basically over 2 games. And that just shows you the strengths of this game and how like emergent storylines happen as you play. Just the way countries react to you and react to each other and send armies and then you negotiate.
Because this is an interesting game.
Borders, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
hell no, it's more time.
Like, it's expensive, but it's interesting.
Stories happen.
Okay.
I wanted to show that off in the top 10
Is it
video,
off the
but
computer or is it off like your game system?
not intimidated at all by this game. It's very
This is off the computer.
Oh, okay. Is it an online game?
No, it's off. It's you buy it.
It's a regular game. Okay. Gotcha. Like the cinema.
jump in, see how easy it actually is, because so many things have been improved and it's actually quite intuitive. So what I want to do for the first piece of video is sort of like a tutorial on the early game and how I get set up. And then afterwards, the second video, which I've already got half done, is going to be the top 10 moments in Civilization 5 during my gameplay sessions of just basically over 2 games. And that just shows you the strengths of this game and how like emergent storylines happen as you play. Just the way countries react to you and react to each other and send armies and then you negotiate.
The next thing I want to do is start that Frozen Foxy series.
Yeah.
Just really cool stuff.
This one will probably take like an hour. You know,
Like that. All these
we'll probably do the Frozen Foxy series tomorrow.
Yeah. It takes a
little
while.
stories happen as you play.
But this is a really expansive game. I would buy it for myself, but
So I
you know what I mean?
Probably a really big game.
wanted to show that off in the top 10 video. But let's start with the tutorial video to show you how to not be intimidated at all by this game. It's very, very simple.
Would you buy it?
Yeah, I would buy it if it's a good game.
So what you want to
That's why I'm showing you this.
do is
I'll buy it for the computer if you get a good computer.
set up game.
Cool.
So set up game here. Have
How
fun.
did you hear from this?
Well, I actually stumbled upon it by accident.
Did you? Good.
Yeah.
Maybe we will get it one day.
I actually stumbled upon it by accident. Because Frozen Foxy, you know him, the guy that did the assassin?
Yeah.
He did this. He did a solo thing of this, and he did multiplayer.
Right.
What I want to do is do the solo thing first, and learn all the nuances, and then do the multiplayer.
Right.
Because in the multiplayer, you can't talk to the audience, because the other guy will know what you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
You get to pick your civilization. Now, there's tons of civilizations to choose from. You can also hit advanced setup down here, which is going to give you even more in depth. You can add or take away other civilizations and tell them specifically.
Okay. I want to check DBZ Bridge real quick, so hold on. DBZ Bridge.
He's like speaking Chinese.
Team 4-star. Phew, that was close. I put.
On August 5th, the first Dragon Ball Z feature film in over 17 years will finally drop in theaters. Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods. But the real question on everyone's mind, will they bridge it? No. No. See, there's Doc Copper, and like there's Goten, and young Trunks, and Boo, and we don't really come up with anything for them. And there's like Dell, and just no. Maybe Hachiak. You want Hachiak? We'll do Hachiak. But on Tuesday, August 5th, Shun, the celebrated English voice of Goku, will be at the Louisville, Texas studio for Big Well for its premiere. For tickets and catch the film with Larry Batora and Katsuneko at the Album of the Cloudhouse in Richardson, Texas. Beyond is only in theaters with limited time, so make sure you reserve your tickets now. So, like, we would probably sit in smoke or something. We wake up blindfolded in the middle of the desert if we woke up at all. Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods. In theaters, August 5th for a limited time.
Okay.
Hey folks, Katsuneko here. Welcome to another episode of Breakdown. Today, we're covering something really different. Pie Enriched Episode 2. And boy, was this an adventure. After the success of the
Okay. For like a few, I'm gonna show you DBZ Abridged for a little bit,
Okay.
and then we'll come back to this, right?
Alright.
Come on, stupid source website. Finally. Oh, yeah, I already did that. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is do the movie trailer.
Right. Gotcha. You can do whatever you want.
Give me a second. Come on! Fucking stupid thing! I don't... Okay.
You having fun there?
I'm not swearing at you, I'm swearing at this thing, because it always does this thing. Where, you know...
You're cussing at me. Stop being afraid of that, my sister.
The only reason I'm scared of your sister is that I don't want her yelling at me.
She's not home.
On August 5th, the first Dragon Ball Z feature film. You know, on August 5th, the first Dragon Ball Z feature film in over 17 years will finally drop in theaters. Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods. But the real...
Okay.
On August 5th, the first Dragon Ball Z feature film in over 17 years will finally drop in theaters. Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods. But the real question on everyone's mind, will we abridge it?
No. See, there's Dr. Gohan and Microscope and young Trunks and Big Blue and we haven't really come up with anything for them. And there's been there's like Dell. I just no. Maybe Hachiak.
Get them.
If you want Hachiak, we'll do Hachiak.
They'll probably do it once they get.
Tuesday, August 5th.
They'll probably do it once they get through with the Boo Saga.
Yeah.
Let them do that, and then we'll see.
Yes, of course. Right.
Stone Shovel, the celebrated English voice of Goku, will be at the Lucasville, Texas Studio Movie Grill for its premiere. Or take a turn and catch the film with Lenny Mature and Cousin Echo at the Alamo Bathhouse in Richardson, Texas on the same night. Battle of Gods is only in theaters for a limited time, so make sure you reserve your tickets now.
Also, like, Totally would probably say that it's caught or something. We'd wake up blindfolded in the middle of the desert if we woke up at all.
Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods. New theaters, I guess good for a limited time.
Okay. This next one is the breakdown of episode 2 of Kaya Bridge.
Hey folks, guys, Echo here. Welcome to another episode breakdown. Today we're covering something really different. Kaya Bridge episode 2. And boy, was this an adventure. After the success of the first Entry to Guy episode, it was imperative to us that the second episode follow up in a big way. As such, we really went all out. Visual humor, more than tripled the original runtime, for better or for worse, and basically went balls to the wall in terms of presentation. Starting off, here's the obligatory timeline shot. As per the usual, lots going on in both the audio and video sections. Now, one of the first real effects you see in this video that pervades the entire episode are these transitional wipes.
I use a fast blur and set their motion tracks so the transition is as relatively seamless as possible. With the ship here, I actually cut it out in Photoshop, erased it from its original shot, and then we pasted it in place. Now this next shot's a pretty infamous one. See, every time we have a character use the solar flare, a different image flashes subliminally. The first was a picture of Lisa in the shower. The second was a shot of Dodoria in lingerie. But this one, well, this is a special one. It's actually from her first 18+ panel ever at GilmerCon 2010, I believe. Lenny Couture dressed up as Frankenberg, for Halloween. Just gonna let that one sink in. Not entirely unrelated. See the shot of Vegeta about to vomit? I had to take this shot right here with his eyes closed, cut the eyes out, and then we paste them as his head moved. Now this next shot here is a little green. There actually isn't a whole lot to this one. There's just a bunch of moving textures in the background. The ears on the text are, in fact, Dende's ears from this very shot as well. The 3D extrusion tool in Photoshop did the rest of the text. Speaking of little green, all these little shots of his eyelids blurring, they're separate layers over his eyes. Small little animations like this have become pretty standard in the process. So, you know how Krillin screams throughout this entire scene while Vegeta keeps laughing? I actually had to use 2 different screams mashed up together to get the length needed. Not that Lanny likely couldn't have done the scream as long as I needed it, but that would have required a report, we were on a time crunch, would have been a pain in the ass. Now, for one of the biggest shots in the entire episode, Vegeta's rage breaking. This shot took me a while to figure out, but only because I had so much fun fooling around with the mosaic tool and filters in After Effects. The shot with the crashing flash tool, I actually had to go to the task manager and quit Flash to get the image I needed. Then, for the destruction of the fourth wall, I led into it using the motion blur and wiggle tool before using the shatter tool, all in After Effects. The shatter tool would come back really quickly after the shot as well. See, for this shot, I have several different layers. Well, I led into it using the motion blur and wiggle tool before using the shatter tool, all in After Effects. The shatter tool would come back really quickly after the shot as well. See, for this shot, I have several different layers. The background, the shadow of Ginyus, the Ginyu Force themselves, the overlay of the background, isolate the shadow, put the ship on the Ginyu Force. Then there's the ship itself. Now here's something real fun. When Goku's ship crashes into them, I actually have the whole Ginyu Force flattened slightly under it before it fully crashes. The crash itself involves a stock explosion, as well as the shatter tool. But if you freeze frame it right here, you'll notice something real special. You can see inside of Goku's ship. Honestly, as someone who was going through it frame by frame, it just bothered me that there was nothing inside the ship as it was exploding. The hilariously cheap shot of the wreckage was composed of some stock fire, as well as painstakingly cutting out pieces of Goku's ship, and then using the 3D extrusion tool on each, before setting them in place. Also, this shot of Piccolo, I had to go back to the original project file for episode 24 just to recreate it appropriately. Now, for one of the hardest shots in the entire episode, this right here. See, for this shot, I took the entire sequence into After Effects. Then I used the Roto Brush to select Frieza and Krillin, and only Frieza and Krillin, so I could make them a completely separate layer. This was incredibly time-consuming, as I essentially had to do it frame by frame, deselecting the background every time. Also, this part's not the script. I just did it all over because I'm 12 years old. Also, this shot of Dende leaning in, also not in the script. It's actually just from this earlier shot, only cut out and moved. It's depth, shatter effect, stock explosion, stock blood splatter. Hey, you think the joke where Vegeta coughs up blood in the middle of Goku's dialogue? He's not in the script either. But Moscow plugged one of his takes, so I ran with it. The next big visual effect is Goku's Raspberry, animated by a friend of the team and very talented artist, Stevie Pro6. If you're curious about more of his work, he actually has his own Attack on Titan abridged called A Bridge on Titan. Give it a look-see. You have the long line of dialogue here? Yeah, we basically consider that one of our biggest missed opportunities in the entire series. So here, we were finally able to right that wrong. Next, see this part with the dragon? Play his dialogue backwards for a subliminal message.
Also, for this joke, which is actually a reference to a popular BBC YouTube video, The Greatest Line Bigelow Ever Says, I actually took the original shot of Bigelow and cleaned him up just to keep consistency. Next, we have Lisa's hand here. That's actually the hand from here, only the middle finger removed this time. By the way, thank God for much work. Also, the joke of his hand landing next to him, also not in the script. Finally, with this last part, I ended up taking the original footage from episode 30, the art of Goku's Space, done by a good friend of ours, Zach Manley, by the way, and for Planet Namek turning into a muffin, I used the wiggle effect again. For the explosion, I used CC particle robe, and used the original muffin as the template for each particle. It took me a while to get it to look right, but I'm very satisfied with the end result. As for this shot with Nappa, that's Masako X, baby. Thank you, you wonderful British bastard, for saving me a hell of a lot of time in production, and picking up my slack. I love you, man. Funny thing, I made sure to have the day it would be going up and the description we would use, to the point where Lanny wanted to put it up a day early, and I had to convince him to wait. And now I realize that I've only admitted to holding up content from you folks, so before I find myself lynched, I shall bid you here. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to check out my previous. And if you like videos about video games and our characters playing video games and us playing video games and different kinds, then make sure to check out k.f7yi. Thanks again, and see you next time.
On August 5th, the first Dragon Ball Z feature.
Okay.
Got time on your hands? TV in your hands. Watch thousands of free shows and movies anytime, anywhere with Xfinity On Demand. And get the fastest in-home Wi-Fi for you and all your roommates with no term contract required. Students, don't miss this limited time offer on Xfinity Internet Plus.
Setup game. So setup game here, you're going to have 5 choices. You get to pick your civilization. Now, there's tons of civilizations to choose from. You can also hit advanced setup down here, which is going to give you even more in depth. You can add or take away other civilizations. You can tell them specifically what civilizations you want to play against. Say you want to play against America, Poland, Zulus, Brazil, all these different ones. I put in all the new civilizations from the Brave New World pack. You can choose your map type, the size, the difficulty level, what era you want to start in. I like to start in ancient, but for this video, we'll speed things up a little bit and go classical. But eventually, you can go atomic and information and get like really advanced units and get closer into postmodern type stuff. It's just got to tell you how beautiful the music is to this game, and you'll notice it and you'll hear it as you play the game. That needs to be mentioned, and that's what makes playing the game so much nicer. For this game, let's pick the Assyrians. So then your next choice here is your map type. I always pick a single continent for if I want to pick a quicker game. And quicker, I mean 6 to 8 hours of awesome gameplay. I pick Pangea, which is basically just one large landmass. That way, I don't have to, try to send troops across the sea. Which is another new thing in the game. You could just literally troops will. Once you reach a certain technology, troops will cross the river just on their own or oceans on their own. You just move them across the ocean tiles. They don't do it automatically after you have the correct technology. So I recommend you start with one large landmass. I go with a small map, 6 players with 12 city-states. City-states are these basically neutral entities that you can either push around or you can do missions and quests for, and they start to like you and give you bonuses and give you rewards depending on what type of city-state they are. I usually go with the just normal difficulty. It's France, but you can go all the way up to King, Emperor, Immortal, and Deity. One of the best players in the world will beat this level, and I believe that. But just because I'm going to do a tutorial, I'm going to keep it at France so that we don't get overwhelmed, and I can show off some things. And then I do the standard game pace. If you go faster, you'll get great people more often, and things will happen obviously faster. So we'll go with these settings and start the game. So to just begin the journey, it just kind of goes through who you are when you select that particular civilization and its interesting history to read. Now you got all these tooltips, and this is what makes the game very easy to play. If you've never gamed before, don't be intimidated by the game, because these tooltips will take you step by step, and it'll mention something. What is a trade route? Then you click, what is a trade route? And then it has like pretty much anything and everything you could possibly want to know. But here we are. We're actually set up in kind of a good area. I like to set up cities on rivers or next to coasts because you get a bonus in food, and food is the most important thing in growing your city. So right away, here's your settler unit. This will establish a city. So you've got to find a city. And you get 2 military units and a worker. Workers basically improve the land and build up your city. So first thing I do is I send my military units off in the distance. Oh, right away we find some awesome things. It's a natural wonder. Congratulations, you discovered Mount Kaliach, if I got that right. Has increased the happiness. Right away you get a happiness boost. And then if worked, you get 6 basically faith points, and you gain 2 happiness if it's within your borders. And I'm really happy because it seems to be very close to our borders. So let's right away. I don't want to immediately set up a city because we need to look to see where all these luxury resources are. If you hover your mouse over different individual tiles, you'll see a breakdown shows up. This one has incense. So what you're looking for is special, basically luxury things. This is incense, and this is dye.
You can pump up a tower with a high-performance Hot Wheels car and the goodness of new Go-Gurt strawberry yogurt. One of the fun choices in your McDonald's Happy Meal.
The Ninja are ready to get back in action.
What do you say we do a little hack attack?
Get ready for the new hard-hitting episodes of Ninjago. Rebooted. This Friday.
It's Mikey.
A new breed of hero arrives.
That's not good. Let's go!
Okay.
Eyes, some more incense, some more incense. So this is actually, just because I played the game before, this area here is going to be good for faith-based civilizations because there is some incense boosts if you start a holy path to building up your faith. So let's go ahead and do that. And what's cool in this game is you can start your own religion. So let's start with the Angry Joe religion, which is heresy. Oh, my mom is watching. So, okay, so right now we'll just go ahead and put that on sleep.
Hope my mom isn't watching.
What?
Hope my mom isn't watching.
Right away. I don't want to immediately set up a city because we need to look to see where all these luxury resources are.
It's adorable. Yeah, they're like twinsies.
Okay, the next person who says twinsies is going to get hurtsies.
Oh, I see what's going on here. Someone's jealous. Whatever.
That's a spirit. Now, the first stop on our tour of fun employment is a healthy breakfast with our good friend, Mr. Squidward. Squidward, how are you this fine morning? How many times do I have to tell you? Keep it off my petunias! I'll just send this for later. Now you try.
Hey, Squidward, look at me. I'm fun
Hey, you're good at this. Next on our itinerary, a brief mid-morning siesta.
Hang on tight, because everything you think you know about is about to change.
terribly wrong.
Get ready for the honest surprise ending that could leave Timmy Turner berryless. Forever in the Nickelodeon original movie, A Fairly Odd Summer, tonight at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get off, it's like 6:41. You said you wanted to get off.
Yeah, maybe I should.
And say goodnight to me off cam and stuff. Are you just
Yeah.
gonna get off, or are you gonna stay on Facebook?
Maybe we'll do this tomorrow too.
Yeah.
And I'll just keep them both logged in so I don't have to do it.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't have, because I can do this tomorrow too. I'll
Yeah.
just keep them both. I'll just keep them both logged in.
Okay.
So tomorrow, guys, we will be continuing the Angry Joe thing. In fact, let me. Hold on. I gotta. Okay. In fact, let me just send that to Facebook so that you can send it to yourself.
Okay. Are you gonna cam me in it?
Yeah, I'm gonna cam you. Just in a minute.
Okay.
In a minute. Just give me a minute. Maybe tomorrow we'll do some Gravity Falls too.
Sweet. You like that game, don't you?
I do, but I don't think Grandma will let me play it.
Well, Darren, if you get married with me,
Is that the review or the
review?
Oh, perfect.
Is that the
I
one
thought I
that you read,
put
or
that
no?
on. No, that's the wrong one that I didn't want.
Got you.
You can put them both on there though. It doesn't matter.
Alright.
Yeah, that is the one I wanted.
So what are you gonna do? Just get off for the night, or are you gonna?
Can you play that one just to be sure?
The one that you just sent me?
Yeah.
Sure. Um.
Because I want to be absolutely sure.
Is this it?
No, I don't want to read shit and look at statistics all day long. I do that all day.
No, that's the wrong one.
Okay.
What the hell? Hold on, Nikki. I want to do some epic rap battles with you.
Okay.
Those are funny. I want you to see.
I've seen them before, but we can do it. It's funny.
But the very first one I'm going to send you is that Goku versus Superman one.
Nice.
That one is. They probably just ripped that one off of epic death battles.
They probably have. Funny.
If you hover your mouse over different individual.
Sorry. I needed to get it to pace a little bit more. There we go. What the hell? Come on. You know the one I'm trying to get to, right?
Yeah, I think I do.
Why is this one not working? Okay. Okay. I have to reset it for to do it again. Perfect.
Got time on your hands? Put a TV in your hands. Watch thousands of free shows and movies anytime, anywhere with Xfinity on demand, and get the fastest in-home Wi-Fi for you and all your.
Okay. Ignore those.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Send that to yourself.
Okay. I may have to 20 times.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Okay, I'm gonna keep them both logged in so I won't have to relog them in.
Right. That's fine with me too. Now, are we gonna
Okay.
camp in the morning, or are you gonna?
We're gonna cam in the morning because Grandma's gonna go to that thing.
Okay. I'll just
Anyway,
wonder
I'll
if
see.
in the morning, and I don't know if we're gonna
Anyway,
go.
I'll see everyone tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
See you guys tomorrow.